Hello, good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Julie, good morning. Christy, good to see you. Cora, Frida, John, good to see you, John. Good morning. Carol, good morning. Lisa, James, Elaine, Kevin, Janelle, Anita, Erin, Mary Tess. All right, hope your morning is starting off on the right note. At the end of our call, it's going to be even better. Christy has a big smile. She loves it.
Hey guys. Sorry. I don't know your name. Whoever iPhone is.
Julie.
Julie. Okay. All right.
Let me rename it. Sorry.
Perfect, because I'm gonna keep calling you iPhone throughout the call. It's gonna be funny. Excellent. Thank you. Do you want to wait a minute more? Let people join. I know it's super early, but in the meantime, why don't we get started and we can talk a little bit about some of your successes or challenges. Unless Patrick, you want to go over some major wins this week?
Yeah, this week we had, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people hit a weight loss milestone. So Paulo's down 20 pounds, Kevin 25, James 40, Beth 15, Julie, congrats Julie, 15, and then Kathleen down 10. So big wins. Let's give all of our Transformers a round of applause.
All right. Congrats,
Morning.
everyone. Hey, Ashish, how's it going?
Morning, Aki. Thank you.
All right, perfect. If you guys can quickly mute your microphones, and then I'm going to pick one of you guys out one at a time, and then I'm going to go over your successes, your and your challenges. Christy, why don't we start with you, since you were here first? Tell us a bit about your week, how things are going, like maybe a few wins, or maybe some struggles that you want to share. We can work together.
Sure. It's been a difficult and challenging week. I've had probably the most emotional week of my life. Just to share a bit with the group, because why not? I went 450 days because of COVID, not seeing my partner, got the romantic exemption from the government that took us 6 months to get, to then break up 2 days later. So I just leaned right back into the emotional eating, which I am owning. So with the program and with AKHI's help and just kind of following the process, I'm going to slowly crawl back. So it's been challenging, but I know that I can come back and that I'll get back right at it. So that's my story this week.
Thank you so much for sharing, Christy. I really, I gotta give you like hats off for sharing something like that. It's not easy, and we talked about this last week, and I'm gonna see you again later today. But sharing something like that is, I think, the first step towards making progress. As hard as this is, and we all know that everybody has had a breakup. If somebody hasn't had a breakup, then they're probably not living life, right? So thank you so much for sharing. And again, it's all a matter of being consistent, staying true to your goals, and the fact that you keep going after even a major setback like that means that you were not really doing this for your partner, but you were doing this for yourself first. So that's what's more important, that you had a way bigger why, and that's why you're continuing today, right? So great job, and I really appreciate for sharing this with everybody today. Okay, Julie.
Yes. Challenge for me is the lack of time during my week, so I don't have much time to prepare and like food prep, and so it's a little harder to stay on top of things. The success though is sorry, I forgot if it was success or challenge. The success though is, well, minus 15 pounds, even though I was not perfect. I kept losing weight, so that's great. And also last week was last week was really hard. I literally kind of fell off the wagon. So I'm back this week and I'm very proud of it. And I feel much better now that I'm back at like exercising, being better with food and everything.
Amazing. And this is what I kind of like to hear. Even if you fall back, you're back up again, back at it. But that would not have happened if you were on a restrictive diet, for example, right? The moment you fail, you're back to square one again. But when you're working on your tiny habits, the small changes, your small wins, all the small little steps, it's not that hard to get back into it. You know, so one step at a time, even if you have life gets in the way, nobody's perfect. So I think that's a huge win. So 2 huge wins. You got back on track and you lost 15 pounds. That's amazing.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks for sharing, Julie.
Thanks.
Laura, how you doing?
Doing good, doing great.
Tell us a little bit about your week.
It's a good week for me. Actually, I'm still I would still consider myself that I'm on the right track. My weight is still going down small bit every day. And I've already included my green tea in every meal. You probably noticed that lately I've had green tea, and even like my family is asking me, green tea again, mom, green tea again. And I said, oh, they suggested that and it's good for us. So I've been drinking green tea, and I have been standing a lot more at work. My work's a desk. I work from home, but it's like I'm pretty practically at the front of the desk for 8 hours straight. But every so often I would stand, even just like drinking my water, like my water bottle is just like beside me. But I would stand to actually drink my water, just like two. Or I'm trying to run a report and waiting, I would stand and then wait than sitting that I would normally sit. So I'm glad that I'm noticing it, that I'm actually standing a lot more. So
perfect.
Happy week for me.
Cora, you're doing this 100% right. And this is what I want to happen for everyone. You know, it's the small things, little things you do that is making a big difference, right? And the fact that you're aware of it, that you're making all these little changes, and that it is actually changing your life and making progress is great. This is exactly what we were after. So you're not in a place where you got stuck on, oh no, why am I not losing weight? But you can actually see that you're making progress towards your health every single day, right? So you're doing awesome. I got nothing else to say. It's great. Yeah, nice work, Cora. Carol, how's it going?
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I survived my 3 weeks. And yeah, it's well, I tried my best to really go through the exercises and workouts. So, and one of my, I said, you know, my biggest kind of success is I survived that 3 weeks without carbs, like especially at night. Because it's really hard, you know, being used of having rice or whatever carbs in dinner, right? But yeah, I survived. So
okay,
that's so
I'm very proud of you, Carol, because you're right. Like you said, it's not easy. But sometimes you just gotta be stronger than your cravings, because again, craving and hunger is not the same thing, right? You're hungry, you eat, right? That's the simple rule. You're hungry, you eat. But if you're craving for something, that's 100% under your control, right? You have a choice there. Okay, so Carol, you're doing amazing, and I've seen you during your workouts. I sub for Patrick the past couple of times, and I gotta say, you guys are doing amazing during your workouts. You guys are killing it. So keep going, and yeah, you're gonna see the best results. And congrats on surviving your 3 weeks. That's the 3 weeks is the hardest. So you guys are killing it. Thanks, Carol.
Thank you.
Elaine, tell us about your week.
The week was, I think, pretty good. I am just my 4th week. Yeah, my 4th full week in now, and it's a lot easier than it began. So it was so funny, and like hearing, because like I was like at the same boat, just like, oh, no rice. No noodles, no nothing. It was a big difference. But like this week was like really good. I feel like it's been pretty consistent. So, and I see kind of like the weight does fluctuate a little bit up and down, but it's generally declining. So that's pretty nice. I hit one of my like goal milestone, I guess, for myself, and like pushing my next one. So it feels very fulfilling, and now I'm just like hungry. When before I was just like, I'm not sure if I can do it, but now I'm like, I can do it. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Not that bad, right? But
Yeah.
see, a good thing is you had good support around you too, and that's not something that you can, you gotta acknowledge. I think last time you were talking about your partner also.
Yeah.
Saying a few things that was very true, right? I think you were struggling, you were hungry, or you had cravings at night, right? And then your partner asked you the question, are you hungry, or, are you having cravings, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what question your partner asked, but that was exactly along these lines, right?
I mean, there was a lot of support, like 100%, like one of the biggest like motivating, sustaining factors, I would say, because like, I try to like as much as possible go to the live workouts every day. Try to like just really be accountable with like the food, and like I always think to myself, like now I'm like, if I eat bad, like I just wasted my workout this morning, or yada yada yada. And like when I go out, like me and another member here, like we would like go for walks together to just be like, we got this, and like really motivate each other to like do well and like push. So it's been really nice.
That's amazing. I'm really happy to hear that, because that was the whole idea. That was the whole point of creating the group, to have that community support, right? Otherwise, it would have been really hard. Seeing other people with their struggle and their successes is meant to be support, is meant to create that environment to help you guys with your struggles, right? So it looks like Patrick and I are doing something amazing then. Yeah, Patrick, go ahead.
Yeah, to jump in here, Elaine made the shift from like working out 3 times a week with me to like working out daily. So that's been huge. Exercise makes up like 10% of the weight loss. However, 90% comes from nutrition. However, when you're exercising daily, like what Elaine says, like you have a total shift in mindset, where it's like before it's like, I'm going to eat food and then I want to burn it off. Now it's like, I'm going to exercise, start off my day right. And I don't want to waste my workout in the morning because I already suffered the squats and burpees. So that's a huge shift. And then the more you work out, the better you eat, it fuels your workout. So it kind of goes hand in hand. So nice work. And you hit like a record low like this morning. So nice job.
Thanks, Patrick. I'm just curious, Guy. I know my screen is on Spotlight, but when somebody else talks, can you guys see them as well, or just me? Just me. Patrick, is there a way to switch this so when somebody else
I just removed the spotlight.
Okay, perfect. I think that's great. Isn't that better? That's better, guys? Yeah? All right, awesome. Okay, perfect. All right, Adonis, how are you doing? I've seen you at the gym a couple of times now. It looks like you're killing it here.
Yes. Patrick told me to do some stretches twice. An hour each time, almost an hour each time. And also I'm doing the exercises that you were online, and the Zoom exercises as well. So I noticed that my pain is subsiding. So that's good. That's good. Other than that, I'm doing fine.
Excellent. Well, isn't it so cool to not have pain?
Yeah. Well, I still have pain, but but it's not as much as before. It's not as
good. Well, that means you're on your way. You're making progress, right? Pain-free life is how it was supposed to be. But we just keep on delaying all the stuff, pushing back everything. Like our body is made of something like you're invincible or something. You're not, right? You got to take care of your body. All right, you got to stretch. No, it's not just lifting weights and stuff. You got to balance everything with the right amount of stretch, and the right amount of cardio, eating properly. All that stuff is important, right? So I'm glad you're working with Patrick on the flexibility and mobility part, because you will notice as you're getting older, your body doesn't move like it used to anymore, right?
Yeah, it's not flexible and agile.
Yeah, so nice work, Adonis. Keep it up, and you'll see that this is going to transform your life. But you gotta stay consistent with it after. It's not just getting you there; it's about staying there, right?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Lisa, you look busy. You have a couple of minutes. All right. How's your week?
Yep. And I'm listening.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm a mommy, so I multitask.
How's your week?
My week was pretty good. I was finally able to get in a live workout again. I've been suffering with vertigo for a while, so I haven't been able to work out for some time. And so I worked out with you, Aki, on Thursday, and oh my God, my abs are still sore. But it felt really, 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 really good to be back. Unfortunately, I am busy again this morning, so I'm gonna have to take it easy, but and my weight is still like going down slowly, even though I haven't been working out. So the little wins are the little successes, because I've also had a lot of slip ups, but what I'm noticing is my slip ups are not as big as they used to be. So if I choose to have a sweet and cold coffee, I'm not having the triple grande frappuccino with all the whipped cream now. I'm having a cold brew with half sweet something or other, right? So anyway, little successes.
That's great. That's what we're after, though. We're after the little success. I don't care about the big success. The little successes are what's going to make the biggest impact. And always remember that. And also, a few slip-ups every now and then is totally okay, right? We don't expect everything to be perfect. That's unreasonable, right? So, and also your expectations of how you're doing has changed a lot.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
Because in the beginning, you have so much unrealistic expectation that you kind of sabotage yourself. But now you're like, okay, I understand that this is not going to be 100%, but as long as, remember, the magic number is about 80%. If you're good 80%, you're going to do well maintaining after, right? So yeah, keep it up, Lisa. I know you're having I know it's not easy being a mom, and you're killing it. I don't even know how you do it. So you're doing great. Thank you. All right, Ia, how's your week?
Hello, good morning. My week has been pretty good. Food-wise, I've been quite consistent, which I'm happy about. For workouts, whether it's live or not, I've actually done them every day, and I'm pretty glad about that. I think the biggest success for me was this week I had my woman pains, and usually I would not be able to work or do other things, but I did my walk and push through with the live workouts. So that was huge for me, because normally I feel like I'm gonna faint or something. So the pain was a lot, but I pushed through it.
All right, I'm very proud of you, Ia. I know this is not easy, probably something I will not understand, but I can empathize a little bit. Yes, things will feel a little bit better when you have a healthier lifestyle, when you exercise regularly. So it's even if it's challenging, the fact that you're simply showing up and doing your workouts, you're trying to stick to the program, is already a big win. Okay.
You and Elaine got the dynamic duo going on. I love how you guys are keeping each other accountable.
Yeah. TMI, because we spend so much time together, our woman pains are sinking. That's the amount of time we spend together walking.
Through Zoom? Oh, okay. You guys meet too. I thought you guys were syncing through Zoom. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. All right. Thanks for sharing. Shirley, how was your week?
Oh, my week was awesome.
Oh my God. That's the first time somebody said their week was awesome.
How to be positive every day, right?
Every day, yes. What was awesome about your week? Tell us.
Well, I'm back to normal now.
Well, that's awesome. That is awesome.
It's lesser the pain.
Uh-huh.
And I think my food is sometimes I'm craving, but I do it minimize.
You're
So-
stronger than the cravings, right? That's
so,
what you meant to say, right? You're stronger than the cravings.
yeah.
Excellent. And that is awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any other struggles?
The struggles is the cravings, sweet.
Sweet stuff. That's everybody's problem. What kind of stuff do you crave for? Tell us.
Chocolate.
Chocolates. And you usually satisfy that craving?
Yeah, but I try to eat little by little. In one package, I try to eat one a day. Like I divided.
That's great. I like that. So what's really important is that you just that mindset of all or nothing doesn't work, right? So you can't just get rid of things. You kind of have to decrease it slowly.
Yes, yes.
And that's okay. And the fact that you're already controlling this, but at the same time you're satisfying your sweet tooth is a win-win, right?
Yes.
So that is awesome, Shirley. Thanks so much for sharing. Patrick, you have anything else to add here? You good?
Shirley, you've been really consistent with the live sessions, and yeah, keep up all the hard work.
Perfect. Okay, Aisa. Yes, Ashish, sorry, Aisa. Ashish, you have a question? I can't hear you. You're muted.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I just want to give a suggestion to Shirley here.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Shirley, you can hear me? Okay. So I was also in the same boat like you. Used to crave a lot for sugar. And so now, you know what I have done it, like, although like for long time, I switched over to dark chocolate with less sweetening. But then eventually I switched over to like green unsweetened raisins.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so like you have just 8-10 pieces of those green raisins. So at least they are not with the processed white sugar there. So that will satisfy your sweetness craving.
Okay, thank you.
At least you are having a natural dried grapes then.
Mhm.
And there are organic apricots also, dried apricots, which are unsweetened, organic. So if that like at least will totally, it will stop your craving for the chocolate altogether.
Okay.
So I was like a chocolate guy a long time back, not but I had been cutting on this for almost a year now. But now eventually now I don't have any more craving for the chocolates.
Okay.
Thanks for sharing, Ashish.
Yeah.
See,
as long as the coach is fine with that, I don't know.
Well, as long as you're making sure that you're reading your labels and you're checking that these dried fruits are actually unsweetened, right? Because most drying,
of course,
drying process. Yeah, go ahead, Patrick.
Yeah, because I always make sure, because you can make out when you have few varieties of all these things, you can make out which is sweet, which is not sweet.
Mm-hmm.
If you like chocolates and sweets, Jasmine posted this a couple weeks ago. If you guys can see my screen here, she uses this unsweetened cocoa powder. It's organic. And then the cool part is, if you look at the back and you look at the sugar, it's 0 sugar. So it's 0 sugar unsweetened cocoa powder. So anytime you want to have like oatmeal, or if you want to have something like kind of like chocolatey, you can like sprinkle in some unsweetened cocoa powder.
That is a fair trade. Thanks for sharing, guys. All right, Ashish, since I'm already with you, why don't we just go ahead and talk about how your week went?
Okay, so yeah, I completed the second week and I have lost 2 kgs. So it's not about like this, it had been a big transition for both of us, me and Vanna here, because although like we had been eating, like always thinking about like we are eating the organic food and the best of the best food, but nothing had been working for both of us. And every time, like every few months, we had been gaining the weight. Last year, like I'd at one point I touched almost like 95 kgs, and then eventually, like I was playing, it used to come down to 90, and again then shoot back to 92, 93. So currently I am at 88 and a half now. So in these 2 weeks, I have lost 2 kgs, around 2 kgs. But the biggest change we both feel here is in understanding the concept of eating. It's not just losing weight. It's just because like we knew what we like in the layman terms, we used to read about all these proteins, carbs, vitamins, minerals, but we never had a consolidated information that at what time, what we should have in what quantity. So now, like, this is really like we never knew that we shouldn't have carbs at evening. So like this has totally changed our eating habits, and something you are like habitual since birth for 50 years. It is not easy to change that. But now in the after completing the second week, it's so smooth with your coaching and everything with both of you, and the way you have designed the entire program. So like now this will not only help during this tenure with you, but for the rest of our life. And even like when we are disciplined, definitely we will have the better education for our kids also. Now, like guiding the right things. Okay, this is what we need to have it. And especially it had been a challenge being the vegetarians also. So this has really helped in this transition. We are more disciplined, but yes, still we are struggling with few things. So in this, because it's a total change of food, and something like to adopt something like it takes time. But now, like we are exploring and we are inventing few new ways to follow up this combination of food as per your advice. And we are coming out with very nice dishes and everything. Like 2 days back, we had a nice vegetarian platter. So that like that was like a nice way to substitute for with the high carb foods at night. And but yes, still like Friday, Saturday evenings, like the munching time, we have already switched over to some healthy stuff. But just today we were thinking that those beans, those long beans now that you boil and maybe we'll start having those at night. At least we'll switch over from any processed snacks or something. At least that's healthy. And as you said, like 10 to 20% of cheat is also okay. But I think that should be, but gradually, I think we'll get onto it. So awesome. It's working very well. And we are feeling definitely slim from inside. I don't know from outside, but definitely that feel is there. And at least because the confidence has come back. Like we were always used to think would we really be able to lose our weight at any point of time, because we never knew what's going wrong with us. We play a lot, we eat well, but I think it had been the right combination of things and everything, and now which is working very well. And we both are very optimistic to see us really at least 10 kgs down in next 3 to 4 months. We're really looking forward for that, and we are quite optimistic on that. So that's the encouragement. That's the motivation we have got it from both of you here.
Yeah, you will get there. In the beginning, it's always exciting. You lose the most weight, and it's pretty quickly. And then about 1 month in, usually you will you will experience a setback, whether it's, getting, tired or more demands from work or spousal conflict or lacking motivation. There's going to be, you're going to hit a wall about 1 month in. But you got to remember these successes that you experienced the first couple of weeks to continue to carry through the habits that you're doing.
Yeah.
Like how you said, like your whole nutrition is kind of restructured now. Like you're having the carbs at the right time, morning and lunch, evening you're avoiding the carbs. And then to give you and some other people tips here, if you're used to eating rice, a good substitute is like cauliflower rice. If you're used to eating noodles, a good substitute is like konjac noodles. It's carbless. If you're used to eating like wraps and stuff, a good substitute is like the crepini egg wrap. I'm curious, people here, like if you're used to eating like beans or lentils, what's a good substitute for like beans and lentils that's like carbless, if anyone knows?
Anybody's got an idea what do you guys usually substitute for beans? That's what you asked for, Patrick. Beans and lentils.
Yeah, maybe cottage cheese with 0% milk.
Yeah, for sure. You can use cottage cheese is higher in protein.
Yeah.
It wasn't a trick question. I was just curious if anyone had any suggestions, like substitutes for like beans and lentils.
For vegan choices, I guess. Vegan choices, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Egg?
So
yeah, Stephanie said eggs.
Eggs technically are not vegetarian, but
Yeah.
I really don't relish egg, but Vanna is fine with that. So like it's always like hard for me.
Being vegetarian is definitely not easy, guys, and especially vegan. But and you will find that most of the time when you're vegan or vegetarian, your choices are a little bit limited. For you to get proteins, you are going to have to eat some food items that are relatively higher in carbs. But as long as you're eating the right things, you're fine. So you're gonna find that the protein choices that you eat are typically more fibrous. So that means when your body's breaking it down, it's taking longer for the body to release the carbs in it, the sugars in it. And that's a good thing. So you can have them, but because the release of sugar is gradual, because there's so much fiber, then it's actually healthy. So you can have these kind of carbs that are higher in protein, but also has quite a bit of carb in it. But it's okay. It's a better choice than eating a piece of white toast, for example. Make sense? All right, cool. Thanks for sharing, Ashish, and thank you, guys. I think cauliflower too is
Patrick,
a great option.
A quick question from Patrick. Patrick, last week you were mentioning about detoxifying, and I think we had to get a box from you.
Oh, the cleanse? Oh, yeah. Let's schedule a call and I can order some for you.
Okay, sure.
All right, thanks, Ashish.
Thank you.
Aisa, so sorry. Let's get back to Aisa. How was your week, Aisa? You had a few challenges.
Yeah, well, actually, I was gonna say this was the worst week ever for me.
Tell us about your worst week ever, Aisa.
That third week. That you're not lying about those 3 weeks.
No, I'm not.
I had a really great first week, right? I'm like down 5 pounds in the first week, but I know like the whole scale thing, you can't really trust the crap out of it. But yeah, I think it was just the most mentally hard for me.
Yeah.
I think there was, I don't know if Coach, you noticed it, but one of the workouts on Wednesday, I was like nearly giving up by the end of it. Yeah, I think I realized I think I need more rest. I think what got me there is because I've been sleeping later and waking up earlier. And I think it's not really so much of a win. I don't know if it's a win, but well, I was supposed to get my vaccination yesterday, which I did. But I work out Friday mornings, and I didn't do my Thursday workout until like almost midnight, actually, like 11:40. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I texted you. I'm like, Coach, I might not make it tomorrow. I want to make sure I have enough sleep. But that's a win for me in the sense that I kind of listened to my body. Like, because I wanted to make sure that I had enough rest going into this vaccination, right? And I guess I'm just kind of learning to take care of myself a little bit more, because I think the reason why I'm in this place is because I haven't been taken care of. And so I guess that's a win. I knew you guys were going to ask that this week, and so ever since last night I've been thinking, what are my wins this week? I don't think I had any. I wanted to quit every single day, you know. And this morning though, like I stepped on the scale and I saw the first drop ever in like the last 7 days. But I guess the biggest win is I'm still here. That song, I'm Still Standing, is playing in my head all morning, you know? So yeah, I'm still here. That's my biggest win.
That is the biggest win. So, and that's true. The first 3 weeks is going to be extremely challenging. And this is what I'm actually going to talk about later. It depends if we have time or not. But like Patrick said with Ashish as well. So Ashish is still in the honeymoon period right now. And everything is going awesome, but then all of a sudden you're gonna hit a wall. But we are hopefully coaching you to see things differently, so you don't see that as a struggle. That's, if there were no obstacle, you would already be where you wanted to be. That struggle is there for you to find that, okay, I'm here, I can't move further. How do I overcome this? And that's why we are here. Right? If you had no struggle, it wouldn't be fun. So this is the fun of it. Now you get to overcome these obstacles, but this time around, you're going to overcome them forever. Okay, so we're going to help you find the right right technique to overcome those obstacles forever. So next time you have those things again, you know how to do this. You know how to get through this. Okay, I know you've had a lot of challenges this week, and I know anybody at this point would want to quit. But again, it's not about that gratifying everything right now. It's not about focusing on that short-term success. It's about the long run. It's about what we're working for down the road. You've spent so many years living a different way that you thought was okay because culturally that was acceptable, right? And then all of a sudden you realize that, oh wow, this was not how you're supposed to eat. That's not how you're supposed to live. So it's going to take some time. Like Ashish also said, it's going to take some time to change that. And all you got to do is commit to the process and continue. Even when you're having bad days, you just got to stick to the process. Don't overthink. And I know that's easy to do, overthinking, but the more overthinking you do, the more you're digging yourself a hole.
Yeah, I'm very hard on myself. You see that on our messages.
I see that, yes. So you just stick to the plan. And there's a reason why I asked you guys to do only so many things in the first 3 weeks. Most people will sign up thinking that, oh my God, I'm going to get a whole package. This is an all-in program. No, we're not going to give you guys everything. If I give you everything the first 3 weeks, you're going to get overwhelmed. I need you to focus only on 3 things, right? We talk about these 3 things. I'm going to talk about it again later. But there's a reason why. Because this is exactly all I want you to know in the first 3 weeks. More will come. But if I give you more, it's not going to work. You're not going to do it. Right? So just trust the process. We've tried, we've tested with hundreds of people. Everyone comes out successful if you just stick to the process. Okay? You're doing great, Aisa, because I know it's a hard process. Getting out of where you are is hard. But you just got to trust yourself. You can do this. Okay? You're not going to have, every day is not going to be perfect. But one day at a time. Take it one day at a time. One decision at a time, even if you need to. Okay?
Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thank you, Aisa.
Can I hop in?
Yes.
So to kind of echo what Coach Aki said, I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and it talks about building like your YouTube channel. I know it's probably, you probably think this is not connected. And the message I got out of it is it's not like a sprint. It's not producing 1 quality video, 2 quality videos, 3 quality videos, hoping to get noticed by the world. It's not really a sprint, it's more of a marathon. And so the first challenge is creating quality YouTube videos. The second challenge is enduring long enough so that people notice you. But that is the most important part, enduring long enough. So if we can apply that concept towards fitness, it's not about having the best plan, not about having the best workout plan, nutrition plan, but it's almost about enduring long enough to solidify those habits so then you can carry those habits for the rest of your life. Just like that YouTube video, if we can have a quality YouTube video, endure long enough so that people can notice, that YouTube video is going to stay on YouTube forever, collecting views into the thousands, tens of thousands, into the millions, right? So that's the same concept in health and wellness. We make sure to have a solid plan, endure long enough, build those automatic habits so that you can keep those habits for the rest of your life. It's not long enough to build those automatic. That's why our program is long enough so that by the end, when you come out of the program, you'll be fully confident that you can do this completely on your own.
Thanks, Patrick. Hey, Patrick, your mic is kind of being weird. So I don't know if you want to change, take a couple minutes to change your mic. But we heard, I think most of you guys heard him a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thanks anyways. Okay, we're going to keep moving along. So Aisa, I hope that made sense what Patrick also talked about. And look, it's going to be hard. And right, and we're not gonna lie, but you just gotta stay with the process, because eventually, like Patrick said, we want to make all those habits as automatic as possible, so you don't have to think about it. Because let's think about this one for a second. I can teach you about motivation, willpower, and all this stuff, but when you're having the cravings, like I say several times, your willpower can only help you so much, right? Is it easier to try to fight the urges of your body with the willpower, or is it easier to just be automatic?
Automatic.
Right. So it's easier to not even have to make a decision. And we talked about this in some of our previous coaching videos from like, I don't know, March or February or something. There's a reason why the most successful people, they want to have the less decision to be made every day. Why do you think people like Mark Zuckerberg or President Obama wear the similar clothing every day, similar colors every day? Because it's one less decision in their daily life. The least decisions you have to make, the easier your life will be. And that's how you want to approach food. If you prep your meals, if you know exactly what you're going to do, if you have a plan, you don't have to make that decision because it's already there, right? So if you guys have time, please go back and listen to all the stuff that we done. It's on YouTube, on Spotify, and we're moving forward. We're going to be posting them on our website as well. So really listen to them, because days that you're struggling, put on one of our coaching videos and listen to it. Okay, it will help. All right, anything will help. Okay, Lydia, can you hear me, Lydia? How's it going? How was your week?
My week was up and down. But just sitting here thinking about the gains or the wins, surprisingly have a lot. Before I started the program, I've been working on meditation because I'm high anxiety. So I've done a lot of breakthroughs or something, using new techniques. Instead of getting stuck in the situation, I took myself out I'm doing level 1 in the challenges. I'm a trained level 1 cook, and most of the food I've been eating this past week would normally just go to waste. I buy that food, but I'll feed my dad, but I won't eat it. But this, like, I made so much more effort, and the best one was yesterday when you mentioned it was the best plating. It's because I actually sat with my iPad with my meal plan. Like, that was the most effort I put in my meal plan, like with my iPad open. I said, okay, what's blue, what's green, what's red? And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know. And I was also, like I said, I'm trained level 1, so I've actually been buying spices. So Dad's been enjoying the meals as well. So he's eating tastier, I guess. He's always eating healthy. I cook well for him, but I've never really sort of ate with him. I drink my coffee, have my sweets, and say I'm fine, but actually ate the vegetables and fruit that I bought. I had to shop twice for fruit and vegetables, so.
That's exactly what you want to do. You want to shop twice a week for fruits and veggies so you have them fresh. And Lydia, I'm really happy with especially I told you last night, I messaged you early this morning. I told you that your dinner last night was excellent. That's what I want to see every single meal, right? And it's really important. It's not that hard. Like you said, you pulled your iPad, you pulled the meal guide, and you did exactly what we asked you. You have your plate. We asked you to eat 1 fist of veggies, 1 little scoop of carb, and 1 palm of protein. How hard is that?
No, it's not hard at all.
It's not. So moving forward, this is what, pretend like you're putting an Instagram post. If you want to do that, that's great too. Start an Instagram just for that and post all your meals there. If that's a little bit motivating, awesome. Do whatever you got to do. Okay. But moving forward, that's why I want to see on a plate. I want to see 1 plate with 3 of the things that I asked you to eat. Exactly like that. You do that for me, I guarantee results. Okay, Lydia?
Thank you. Yeah.
And Lydia, I see your post on your Facebook too, on your food post. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've been doing that for a long time. Like, I had yeah, I love cooking, so I always enjoy sharing what I cook.
Then it makes your life so much easier, right? Because you have
Share it in the Facebook group as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Share it in our group because we love these ideas. We love that people interact. So yeah, share it, Lydia. And Lydia, I know you've been having a little bit of trouble with the workouts online, and I want to address that because you're probably not the only one that is struggling with the workouts online as well. And very important, guys. When we're pushing you online, you need to be aware how much is too much. Even when we're pushing you, if you feel like, okay, I feel pain and that's not a good pain, you probably need to take it easy. Okay? You take a little break, assess, am I going to hurt my knee? Am I going to hurt my back when I do that? If there's pain, especially in the joints, you stop and let us know right away so we can give you modifications. Okay?
Okay.
Right? Perfect. And don't worry, guys. There will be ups and downs. Okay. And I talked to Lydia over the phone yesterday. She was struggling a little bit with her workouts. She was having a little bit of knee pain. And that's okay. That's all part of the process. But as long as you're not hurting yourself. But we got to know all the information. Okay. If you guys have injuries, let us know. If you guys feel like, okay, this is not appropriate for me because I'm having some kind of pain, let us know. We'll give you modifications. If needed, Patrick will hop on a couple of minutes earlier before the workout to kind of explain what modifications you can be doing instead. Okay. I think that's a great idea. All right, Patrick.
I'm going to be sticking around after the 11 o'clock workout, sorry, the 10 o'clock workout at 11. So if you guys want to stay a little bit longer, ask me questions about specific exercises, I'm going to be making myself available today.
Okay. All right, and remember, there's a reason why we stay around after, is to listen to your questions. Okay, don't be ashamed. Don't be scared. I know I yell a lot, but I don't actually yell. I'm not yelling at you. I just talk loud. Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing, Lydia.
Yeah.
You can mute your mic again, or Patrick, can you do that, please? All right, John. How you doing, man? John, I seen you in the workout. You were killing it.
Thanks, Saki. Yeah, I think that's the success or the victory this week is I've shifted from the morning workouts to the evening just because it's fit better with my schedule. And it's nice to be back. Like I've been doing my own like exercises on my own for the last week, but there is a difference coming back to the group and feeling a little bit more motivated and feeling a little bit more pushed to put on more weight or to go a little bit harder than what I would do on my own. And so I think that's been great. And yeah, despite having a couple of, I call them celebratory meals. My girlfriend just graduated university at UBC, so we celebrated that, and yeah, and indulged a little bit on that day. But we're going out today, and we're doing a lot of walking. So I think that's what I'm going to do to make up for that. Yeah, and I think the struggle has been just relapse, like taking it a little bit easier, like giving myself too much slack on eating. So it's like small things, like I started putting sugar in my coffee again when I've been just doing honey, or I'll look at my weight and I'll be like, oh, I can afford a little bit of this like snack here that I really don't need. And I'm realizing that I really don't need that. Like there are days where I could treat myself, but then there are days where I can actually deny myself a little bit more and push myself, because I think I'm at the plateau. I'm a month and a bit in now, and so I'm starting to see the weight kind of stay where it is. And so what I've been hearing a lot is just, okay, this is not the time to ease off on the process. It's time to just lean in more and trust that at some point breakthrough will happen. But breakthrough will only happen if I keep disciplining myself on the process. And so I'm trying to do now. So I had honey in my coffee today instead of sugar, no milk, and small things like that, hoping to break through this little plateau we're in. But so far so good.
Okay, now let's make sure that we're both on the same page here. What you call plateau may actually be where your weight, where your body wants to keep that weight. How much do you weigh, if you don't mind?
I am at 160 right now. So I was 172 and I'm at 160.
And how tall are you, roughly?
5'8".
Okay, I mean, to me, that's like a fairly, so around that weight is where you're not going to see a lot of fluctuations anymore. I mean, yeah, it can fluctuate up, but it's not going to go down too much. Okay, so that's not important anymore. The weight part may not be important anymore. How much more weight do you want to lose? 5 pounds?
Around that, yeah.
Okay, it will happen. What you have to focus on is continue with your workouts. Maybe your workouts need a little bit of adjustment. Okay, maybe the food needs to be a little bit different. Well, we can talk to Patrick more about this for the little details, but I don't call this a plateau. I call this the weight your body trying to figure out what weight is better for this lifestyle. Okay, so if you're eating right and you're working the right amount, then your weight will stay pretty normal, right? Pretty steady, and that's a good thing. That means you're doing everything right. That's not a plateau. That's called maintenance. So yeah, so you're not doing anything wrong. But if you feel like, okay, in terms of your performance now, if you feel like you hit a plateau with your performance, then we can change that. But with the weight, I don't call that a plateau. So for you, do not focus on the weight anymore. Focus on how you can get better with your consistency with your workouts and with your food. The weight will be wherever it wants to be. All right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries, man. Patrick, anything else you want to add?
Yeah, you've been doing a great job coming back this week, your resurrection week, John. We kind of missed you the last couple of weeks.
I like that. I like that, resurrection week.
Yeah.
All right. Now, guys, look. Today was a lot of talk. I kind of went instead of doing our typical like 15 minutes struggle, successes, and all that. I wanted to listen to more each of you guys a little bit more. So that does mean that we're not going to have a lot of time to chat about our talk today, but that's okay. We can do that next week. And that also means that I'm not going to be able to get through everyone today, but that's okay. We can do that next week. So I'm gonna have my list of who I didn't have a chance to talk to next week, and when everybody's gonna have a chance to chat about their successes and struggles. Okay. But for today, that pretty much concludes our transformation coaching. Patrick, I did not see Minerva today. I was supposed to ask her a question about her struggles. She had a question last week about sometimes she feels like she wants to quit, and I asked her to think about the thought processes that happens when she's when she's struggling with that idea of she wants to quit. She was not here today, so maybe we can reach out to her and see if she did not wake up, or she's having one of those phases again where she wants to quit.
That's good.
All right,
I will reach out
perfect.
to her.
All right, guys, thank you so much. Stephanie.
Ashish has a question.
Yes. Ashish, are you good? I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Ashish.
No question. Sorry.
All right,
sorry.
perfect. Stephanie, go ahead. I want to make sure that I hear you.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm having a hard week this week. And I'm having probably going to have a rougher week because I know I'm in the middle of writing report cards as a teacher, and that takes a lot of my time.
Mm-hmm.
And I typically kind of spend 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however long it takes me to do my report cards to, I just kind of like stop doing everything so I can focus on them.
Mm-hmm.
And just with everything going on, trying to do the workouts, I feel like I know I need to prioritize to take care of myself, but I feel like in order to like get my mental state on, I have to just stop everything. So I just kind of I feel like I just need some motivation to get through the next few weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like just as like this year with everything going on, I'm just I'm kind of at this my mental health is not where I should be right now. So I just I feel like I just need some motivation to get through so I can also do the things that I have to do for work.
Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. Here's what we are gonna do. Patrick can follow up with you in terms of more specifics, but I'm going to give you some general idea of what do you want to do during a time like this. And you're not the only ones that will struggle with that. Maybe some other people are struggling with, oh, I got exams coming up and I want to give up everything and focus on my exam, right? Similar types of struggles, right? Okay. And again, that brings us back to this idea of all or nothing. Okay. Now, this is something you actively want to try to avoid, the all or nothing idea. Now, during the 3 weeks, let's say it's 3 weeks, during that timeline of 3 weeks is going to be insanely challenging for you, right? You may not want to come to the group classes, right? Because you might not be having enough sleep, you might not feel motivated, and that's okay. But maybe we can work on some adjustments. So for example, what if we assigned you shorter workouts? Would you be able to do shorter workouts on your own, just to make sure that during the 3 weeks, you can at least be consistent with that? It's not going to be perfect. Your weight might actually go up a little bit, but at least it's not giving up entirely during that 3 weeks. And that's what you want to avoid.
Right.
So we need to work on something. Let's plan something together that will help you over the next 3 weeks. So the first thing is I need you to actually work out every single day, but we can do that maybe 10 minutes. Would that work?
Probably. I haven't actually been able since, I didn't actually get to do all my workouts this week. I tried really hard. I did really like the live sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Yours was really hard for me, but it was good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I find that I need time here.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I just need next week because my reports are due next week and I haven't really done many of it. And then, yeah, it's not an excuse, but I literally have no sleep because my youngest just wakes up throughout the night. It's just really bad. So I'm on no sleep, and then I'm trying my best and just eating healthy, and then trying to do the workouts if I can, and just, but then I have where I'm supposed to feel energetic and energized, I don't, and I'm tired, and I still have to I only have like a couple, I don't know. I'm just trying to get through the day, and trying to get my reports done. That takes forever to do. So I just wondering if I could just, I don't know. I feel like I just need to slack off a little bit just for like next week. Come back to it.
Okay.
No, can I hop in?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Stephanie, totally hear you. Like it's a really, really stressful week. I think Lisa's going through something similar, like with her vertigo. Julie, she was here earlier. She's going through something similar. She's working like 12-hour days with like kids and everything. So it sounds like you're just a little burnt out, which is normal because it's the end of the school year, being a teacher. So we're gonna have a self-care week. So the self-care week, very simple. Don't worry about your nutrition. Don't worry about your exercise. I want you to just set some goals and just maybe 1 or 2 things that you're going to do during the week just to take care of yourself. So it could be getting some extra sleep. It could be doing some self-care activities. It could be some prayer meditation, going for a walk, listening to a podcast. So I want you to just recharge the batteries and just take care of yourself during this week. And then once the report cards are over, then we can hop back on and we're going to start over where you left off. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
So in your trainer eyes, I want you to message me 2 things that you can do this week to just take care of yourself.
Okay.
The sleep thing is really important also, Stephanie. So a lot of time you're not feeling enough energy and stuff because of the sleep. So instead of working out, if you could focus on sleeping a little bit more, that will help a lot too.
Okay, can you take care of my son then?
Actually, I would love to, because I need to train. I want to train on how to be a dad.
Really important though, Stephanie. Your self-care week is only for 1 week though, until your report cards are done. So don't let your self-care week linger into 2, 3, 4 weeks, 2 months, and then you're like, oh, where do I start from there? You just want to like take 1 week off, recharge the batteries, take care of yourself, get through this rough patch, and then next week we'll get back where you left off.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds
Fair
good.
enough.
Yeah.
And don't
Thank
stress
you.
out. Don't stress out. Everybody stresses out. It's normal. If you feel like if there is too much, just get in touch with us, and then we can chat about it. Okay. All right.
Can I?
Yes. Yes. Go ahead, Ashish.
Okay. Just to share my experience with Stephanie here. Hi, Stephanie. Can
Hi
you
there.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So can I go ahead, Aki?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Stephanie, I'm just sharing my experience with you. I am an accountant. Okay. And we are in public practice. And every year, like January to April, we are, maybe you, Stephanie, you can mute it from your side. Then at least there'll be no noise disturbance. Yeah. So, so I just share. Thank you. So from January to April, every year we are like crazily busy, working almost 7 days. And like for few years, like every year, what used to happen, like I could never like hardly do the exercises or go out to play. Like it had to like shorten a lot. And once or twice I just used to get a backache or something, and then totally knocked out for 2-3 days. It used to be like that. And then I realized, like I was with one of my physiotherapists, and he was explaining me a few things. And then I realized that it is even more important to exercise when you are crazily busy. For last 2-3 years, then I started my like that regular exercise schedule on even during my very peak busy times. And since then, I feel more energetic and I am way more healthy to deal with those situations. Even this time, like due to COVID, the volume of work was almost way more than the regular pressure. But because I had been regularly exercising and everything, I was physically fit and more energetic to take that pressure. Think it's just a mind game. Think it the other way. If you just spend a little bit, 15-20 minutes of exercise, what you are taking it right now, maybe 8 hours to clear up your papers or something, maybe you are so fresh that you might be able to finish the same stuff in 5 to 6 hours. Try this technique and I'm sure it will help you. Getting my point? It really worked with me. So for like even this time, it was like too much of pressure from the accountant's lobby to extend the tax filing dates. And by the due date, we were 100% up to date on the work. So that efficiency was even more than the regular stuff, just because I was keeping myself very active on the exercises also during this time. So it worked very well here. Okay.
Thanks, Ashish.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Stephanie. Hopefully that all helps. Everybody is being very supportive. Stephanie, everybody can relate how stressed out you are right now, and hopefully, what Ashish shared and what Patrick shared can help out. But don't feel feel like you're alone with this. Definitely share with us how you feel, and we'll try our best to help you out during this hard time, okay? All right, perfect. All right, guys, sorry we went a little bit over time today, but this is pretty much what all the time we have to chat about, and we'll see all of you guys next week, same time, okay? Patrick, I believe you have an orientation.
Yep. Maria, I'll get you to stay behind, and then everyone else, have a great weekend. I'll see
All
you
right,
at
have a great weekend,
10 o'clock
guys.
for the workout.
Thank you so much.
Everybody, have a good week.